Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. I made a mistake and forgot to record this the other night, so I'm doing it now. Today, we're going to be talking about the ally system and what we think could improve it. So, stay tuned.
How's it going, everyone? Getting another podcast underway here. Thank you for that. Started off... we'll just start it off right away. What's everyone working on tonight?
Chris Chan goes first.
I'm making some Death Company coons with Power Axe Samus.
Wow, they're quite the weeaboo faction, hey?
Yeah, Blood Angels, yeah. They're 10,000-year-old, but they're lollies. I regret I said lollies, by the way.
I don't even know what that is.
I feel dirty.
Derek.
I'm making more blood letters because I like blood letters.
I'm just passing it off.
Derek,
Go.
Oh, was it my turn already?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
Derek,
right.
you done?
I'm done.
What have you done?
Yeah, what have you done, Derek?
I've
What are you
glued
working
legs
on?
to torsos.
Hold on, I fucked this whole intro up. Yeah, fuck it.
Just roll with it.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll fix it in post.
Side note, I didn't fix it in post.
So,
You'll fix it in post.
I will.
I didn't.
What are you doing? Blood letters?
Blood letters. These will be my last 10, so I'll have a full squad of 30. Somehow I'll try to fit it on the board with a deep strike, or not.
Metagaming piece of shit.
Or not.
Or not.
It's really hard.
Yeah, it is. Eric?
Painting the Swarm Lord. Makes me sad.
You sound so sad.
Eric's first named character.
I hate names.
Well-
Ooh, is it named?
I don't think it's his first named character, but it's one of the first.
And I have to paint a bunch of Gene Stealer claws.
Join spoilers.
How many's a bunch? Just so everyone knows what a bunch is for you.
126.
126 claws.
120, give or take one or two.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that happened. I said bye to my Hive Tower and I took his wings, I held them in my arms, and I broke them off his body.
He did have wings.
He did have wings. They're
clipped
on
them.
my shelf. I don't know if they're ever going to be on anything ever again. And then I had to clip off his arms with clippers, so that went really well. About as well as surgery as you would expect with clippers. So they're stumps. I got to put the sword arms on him, and then he's going to be my first.
Take the Dremel and clean out the hole.
Yeah.
Sure.
It'd help a lot.
Okay.
What?
You good?
Yeah. Anyways, so there's that and Gene Stealers, and then after I do those, I have to put lines on all my Termagants. Do you want to know how many lines that is?
A lot.
Let me
Jacob.
guess. 500,000.
I have to at least double coat and probably triple coat each of these lines. You ready for the number?
I think I was
Yeah.
right.
Let me do a quick number crunch here. 324 lines.
That's enough.
You know what? I'm really happy I'm not you. For me...
Oh, plus Swarm Lord.
Oh, plus Swarmlord. Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta put lines
so-
on him. Yeah.
327.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I am supposed to be painting a squad of 10 witches for a buddy of mine.
Just drop his name. It's fine.
First name.
What's his
Henry
name?
Cavill.
Henry Cavill.
Wow.
No, my buddy James. I'm supposed to be painting his kill team for him. However, I don't want to reach across the table for a wet palette, so I probably won't make any progress tonight,
I'll fight you for it.
other than these 4 that I have almost base coated. So I'll probably just be watching Wavelengths,
Oh.
because that's always fun.
It's a good album, too.
What?
What?
Watching Wavelengths.
Who's it by?
It's not Comtrose. It's some other fucking indie electronic artist.
You hipster.
Fuck you.
So it's only the 4 of us today. Kyle and Good Eric are out of here. Actually, they're both camping, I think, aren't they?
I don't think Bad Eric's camping. Oh, wait, I'm not camping. Good Eric's not camping.
No, Good Eric's. Yeah, he's at a family camping thing,
Is
and
he?
he might be doing the same thing next weekend as well.
Quitters.
It's the I think it was the Broman family gathering, and because these close
There was
friends.
a wedding.
No, a wedding was a long time ago.
Okay.
Anyways, the Bromans
We'll
I
drop
guess-
their name too. That's fine.
I'm sure it's fine. I guess they invite all their close friends to it. No, they have a blast.
We assume they're having a blast.
Yeah, we weren't
Well,
invited.
yeah.
So.
Well, you know.
Sour Patch Chris.
And then Kyle is also camping on the side of the road.
Side of the highway.
The
in
side of the
fact.
highway, yeah.
I guess that is true. Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah.
He put together a little thing. Was it this last weekend?
Sure.
Yeah, it was actually.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
last
yeah, it was,
weekend
yeah.
there was a small little tournament in Grand Forks, held at a place called what was it called?
The Boardroom Cafe.
The Boardroom Cafe. Okay, they did a thing.
That sounds awesome.
It does.
It looks awesome too.
They had a tournament they called the Boardroom Brawl. I guess about 18 people or so showed up.
Matt's taking a second. He's paraphrasing what Kyle's left for him.
Yeah, so Kyle's written up a little thing for me, but we're starting late, so I don't want to go long. So none of us ended up going, unfortunately. But
We're lovers, not fighters.
what's that?
We're lovers and not fighters. Right, Chris?
No, I'm a fighter.
You're a fighter?
Chris is a lover.
Yes,
Um,
that's true.
Kyle had spoken with the event organizers, and I guess it was quite a fun time. So the six of us, I guess, missed out quite a bit based
On
on
a
what.
lot, apparently.
Oh,
Yeah, on a lot based on what he was talking about. There was a lot of new people that had gone, and I guess the sportsmanship of everyone worked out amazing. Pretty much everybody ended up with a thumbs up at the end of it. I guess the two tournament organizers, so we want to put out like a little bit of like a thank you, because it's amazing that people are, with 8th now, they're sort of taking the initiative to start tournaments everywhere, like local. There's big ones that keep popping up too, but the rosters just keep getting filled, and then they have to add more slots, and those get filled. Like what was it? TAC X had to add on an extra 36 slots or something like that.
They're at 100 now.
They're at 100 now.
Yeah.
Holy!
And they had what, 64?
How many of them
before?
are filled?
Is that what happened before?
I think they're at like 70 something right now. 70 or 80
So
something.
we
Yeah.
got 20 more than last year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So more people coming to the hobby, and more people, showing up for tournaments is amazing. It's always good to hear. The two organizers, Scott DeWinter Wilkie and Scott Blades, I guess were the tournament organizers.
Really nice guys.
Yeah, super awesome guys.
I like those guys a lot.
Blades actually bought some of my models a little while back, which is super cool. Thank you, Blades. But
Did you hear that?
thank you for hosting such an awesome event. I'm glad to hear that it went so well for you guys. We got a few little like awards shout outs here, I guess. So
Ooh.
first place went to Sean Morgan, who was running a Tau-Sept list. It's actually kind of cool to see Tau winning, even though they were so bad when 8th dropped. So that's actually kind of interesting. What?
Just the. Well, no, it's okay.
Okay. Second place went to Alex McDougall, who was playing Tyranids and Genestealer cults, which I believe is the same Alex that we've played with a few times here, right?
That certainly
Just
is.
once.
It
Yeah.
is.
Just once?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he beat everyone, so we never invited him.
Kicked all of our asses. We went home sore. And third place,
From kicking.
yeah,
Eric.
from the kicking.
I was just thinking I stayed home sore.
Oh, okay. Third place went to Shaylin Allen.
We're sorry if we pronounce it wrong.
I mean, yeah, it looks. I've never seen it spelled that way. I am. Oh, sorry.
You've seen Shaylin enough times to know that you've never.
Yeah, I've never seen it spelled that way before.
Have you seen that name before?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. There's a few of them actually at my
You
school.
are worldly, sir.
Remember one colors?
She was playing a little bit of a Imperial Soup with some Blood Angels, Sisters, and Grey Knights. Which,
Good job running Grey Knights. We're proud of you.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually really nice.
that
to
kind of
see.
handicapping. You come in third. Like, I'm garbage at this game. Obviously.
Best sportsmanship went to Jordan Kuzmiak. Kuzmiak? Again?
Jordan K.
Sorry
Well
for
done.
pronouncing names wrong. It's a last name. It's hard. And
Good job, Jordan.
Good job.
Okay.
And best painted went to Marshall Reeves, who I don't know anything about him. So
Marshall,
he said that.
Marshall wins that award a lot.
Doesn't he
Does
do
he?
Comic book art?
Marshall?
Is
I don't
that
know.
right?
All I
He's
know
done
is
like
back,
he's done some advertisements and stuff for Al. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
All I know is
Pretty sure.
back because he played War Machine.
Did you do like place?
Oh, did
He played War Machine,
Yeah.
and you guys were playing. Well,
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
playing War Machine, and he always won best painted because his stuff was. Do you know what he did? He painted actual hand painted tattoos on every single one of his
Oh
photos.
my
Holy
God.
hell!
Yeah, and they looked so good.
Fucking slow clap goes out to him. Holy
I
shit!
can't imagine what his 40k army would look like. They're better models,
Right?
So
Yeah.
Better quality models. Holy hell! So congratulations, everyone. Glad you guys had fun. And I guess we'll get into the topic for the night.
Yeah. It's gonna be a lot less happy.
It's gonna be a little sad, I think. Perfect way, actually, I guess, to kind of segue was we're gonna be talking about the ally system and where we think it could use some tweaks, what we think are a little bit of flaws, kind of, even when it comes to fluff as well as rules on the table. Eric?
Chris
Yeah, we-
actually has a final solution. I should have worded that differently. Chris has an answer. at the
Final
end.
solution!
He has an answer at the end for the whole thing to make it all work, and he hasn't told any of us what it is
Yeah, I
yet.
fixed it. I fixed the ally system.
That's what he keeps saying. He's been saying that for weeks.
So
So
you
we'll
can-
And the answer isn't don't play with them. I promise. That's not what it is.
Well, I mean, that's a pretty good...
it's a good fix.
Yeah, it's a really good fix.
But people
Um,
I like playing with
Okay,
them.
so yeah.
Anyways.
There's your teaser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No final solution. Every army will still exist.
If you
after
want,
my
if you want to
answer.
skip right to it, just skip to timestamp 46:38.
Wow. That is
Okay.
a premonition.
that's some foresight.
I'm going to watch the timer, and when that happens, I'm just going to start screaming.
Your face
So,
on the Geller field fails.
I haven't prepared anything for this except for the thoughts in my brain space.
Yeah.
Hey, me too.
Great.
I've got nothing.
No, I wrote
Um,
stuff down.
Did you?
Yeah. Final
Congrats.
solution.
Well,
man.
you're the only one doing the task that I asked, so
Perfect.
congratulations.
I tried.
You asked
When-
us to write stuff down.
What?
I'm sorry.
No, be prepared,
Yeah,
sir.
be prepared.
I am prepared.
Just as Smokey
Okay.
says. Wait, does Smokey ever say
Who
that?
wants to start us off?
Chris.
No, he says don't start forest fires.
Well, we should.
Smokey
No, I
Bear?
should be. I got to be last because I have the answer.
That's right.
No, Chris. If you let it at the end, you start. You get us all.
No, because everyone will be like,
ready to
"Hey, that's exactly what I was thinking." So no, I'm last.
Wow, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. Perfect.
All right,
You've seen my tournament results too.
Derek, we're starting with you.
Oh fuck! I don't even know what to say.
Eric, we're starting with you.
go. Oh, that's not fair.
You got so much stuff to complain about.
Yeah, but I need a prompt to complain.
Okay, Derek,
Okay.
we're talking about the ally system. How do you
Well,
feel
then-
about it?
Start on
I
that
like
stacked
it.
up.
You like it? All right.
You like the ally
Perfect.
system?
Yeah, because I use it.
But okay,
But
so
Do you, find, do you think there's any flaws in it? Could it be
yeah,
improved?
so we're
I
thinking.
don't know enough about like any other army to really speak to it because
Yeah, you're pretty much.
I don't know the lore of any of the Imperium. Like, so when I hear about people taking guard with whatever, anything,
Custodes.
it sounds like it makes
Custodies.
sense to me.
Customers,
But like
Custards.
when I talk to people that actually know what they're talking about,
which is none of us.
well,
Well, you read a lot of fluff, Eric.
there's no hope for me then, unless it's put it that way. But I don't know. It sounds like it's dumb.
Do you feel like you could make a competitive list without having detachments
Allies?
from different codexes?
Not with my army though.
Yeah. There you go.
I
Not very
think
good, though.
the only way.
But you,
Oh,
but
sorry,
you
sorry,
feel
sorry.
like
Even then,
it's
yeah.
hard to not do it, right?
Yeah.
Derek Chan, have some
But I-
belief, Chan.
Which kind of, because
But
they.
mind you, sorry to interject.
Nope.
Before I lose that train of thought, I feel though if nobody else could take other codexes and mix them together, then I could actually probably.
So you have
Yeah.
to do it to be competitive, to have a chance.
Just because
you
everyone
need
else
to.
is doing
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, exactly.
You get outnumbered with the amount of because they try to balance the game out. They try. Every army's got something in it that's a little
Yeah.
stronger than the next unit, and that is
Electro
not
priests.
choiced. Right. So when you can grab that from that codex, and then you can grab the next best option from another, and then the next best from another,
Just run the best of the best.
that's
of the best.
why wouldn't you do that? But if you're relegated to playing only one codex, then I would think it would be a little more
We
balanced.
should call it Imperial Cherries.
Oh, because they're picking the cherries.
So,
Cherry pick
Cherry
everything.
picking.
With that being said, I wouldn't be too
It's a cherry
upset
sip.
to get rid of it, but at the same time, I really like to be able to mix demons in my army.
Yeah,
That's
which-
why I play Chaos in the
yeah.
first place, right?
I think Eric actually brought this up earlier when we were having dinner. If we brought back the ally chart from 7th,
Not totally.
Partially. So if your allies were limited to a certain pairing, I guess you could say, the only problem with that is then you might as well just throw them all in the same codex, right? I guess in a sense, though. But I think I think if I were to do it, I just wouldn't allow it, I guess you could say. Because if you can just go through, like, sure, customization is amazing, and I'm all about that, but, you know, like, every list I've run, I just go straight Thousand Suns, straight AdMech when I had them, straight GK when I had them, straight Dark Eldar right now, right?
Right.
Well, actually, I guess not anymore, because I spliced in a little bit of Eldar, because I'm a dirty psychic whore. But
I mean, but that sounds very Dark Eldery to me, being a dirty psychic.
Are you going to bleep that out, or are you going to commit to that?
No, I'm going to commit to that. I don't
Okay,
care.
all right.
And so,
No, I think I don't know, per se from the fluff side of things, because the only fluff I've ever read was The Fall of Magnus or something like that. Just not even like a book. It was literally just like a Spark Notes version.
Yeah.
But I think with the way that the ally system works right now, it's too easy to abuse the way that you get command points, especially if you're Imperium, because you can run, you know, a shit ton of, say, Ultramarines just because it's easy, and you can run the smallest little squad or 2 battalions of guard and get an extra 10 CP for having an extra, like, you know,
2 battalions or whatever.
Yeah, 2 battalions, and you get.
And how many points is a guard battalion minimum, Chris? Did you have that?
it's like 200 or something.
Yeah.
It's very small.
So
like
400 points, and you get extra bodies on the field that, sure, you can, you know, push them around to get some objectives, but you get 10 extra CP just for having fucking 60 dudes.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't match well.
And you make that tiny commander your warlord,
Company commander for 30 points.
and
Yeah.
you give him a trait and a relic that lets you have infinite command points.
Yeah,
Or at
Give
least
or
get
take.
them back all the time.
yeah, get them
Give or
back
take infinity.
pretty regular.
Give or take.
But it doesn't. It's hard to say. If I were, I think instead of getting rid of it completely, if I were to have written the ally system, I would make it that the warlord that you've chosen for your whole army, your list, right, is going to be. Or would it be detachment? Sorry. No, you get 1 warlord in a list. What am I
Yeah,
thinking?
1 warlord.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a nice player, you can kind of have more than one because you give them all warlord traits.
Yeah, you can.
But 1 warlord.
Dark Eldar can do that
So
too.
you said nice player for a second? I was like, no, that seems mean.
Knight players aren't nice.
No, but what I would do, is you pick your warlord for the faction, say that you have the most of, or which one you want, and then you only get CPs from that faction as detachments. So if you had, once again, a bunch of Ultramarines, and you made Gilliman, for whatever reason, you made Gilliman your warlord, you'd only get CPs from the Ultramarines detachment, and then your 2 guard battalions wouldn't net you any CPs, and they would just be extra bodies kind of thing.
So in a case like
That
that,
makes sense, yeah.
if you had 2 Ultramarines, you'd get CPs from both.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So if you wanted to do 3 battalion detachments of Space Marines, sure, go for it.
yeah.
But if you're splicing in something else, then you won't get those CPs. Or even if you had it so that the CPs that you chose can only be spent on that detachment.
So in a case like that, would you make it like the army has to be shared, or like the, like in that case, the chapter has to be shared?
Like keywords wise?
I would say just Codex.
Okay.
Because then you can still get, I guess, a little bit of a variation if you want to do chapter tactics and
Give
whatnot.
some leniency.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
fair.
then, yeah, just Warlord from that Codex, you only get CPs from that Codex.
Right.
So you could have a Iron Hands battalion and an Ultramarines battalion working together.
Yeah.
That would be fine.
Yeah.
But as soon as you put in a Blood Angels battalion,
Yeah.
Blood Angels is giving you
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
Unless that's your warlord.
Unless it's your Warlord, then only your Blood Angels.
And the other 2 wouldn't.
And the
Right.
other 2 wouldn't,
That's
yes. I think that if I were to go about it, that's how I would do it. Or even if that's like just a...
I'd even go about it with a mix of the 2 of your guys' ideas, like the chart. That's
Yeah.
a great idea. I also really like yours. You pick a primary detachment, and that's like where everything is kind of based from. But if they brought back the chart, but I remember the last chart was basically the same as how it is now. So you could pretty much, well, yeah,
It was
not
a
quite
little
the same,
different.
but like a little different. But like it still seemed if you were like an army of the Imperium, you could basically take everything with everything.
But before you could
But
do
if it was
weird
just like
stuff.
flat out no custodes, could go with guard.
Well, I think it was like
Before,
in
like-
seventh, it was just armies of the Imperium were just one box,
Right.
and they
Yeah.
were always allied with themselves, so
Yeah.
they didn't care. But there was only Space Marines and Guard and Sisters then.
But could you do weird stuff like have Tau and Elder as like allies before?
Yeah, they were allies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were battle brothers.
Now, do you guys really want to play against like the Elder list we have now, but with like
Taudar?
Riptides in it too?
I
I mean, I
would.
didn't play in 7th, but that
I
sounds like a
would.
bad time.
But
I mean, the other thing.
yeah, especially in 7th because they were both really good armies.
7th or was it 6th that there was 2?
No, it's 7th.
Oh god damn.
We didn't even play 6th.
No, I know, but they still have allies.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. I thought Taudar was a 6th edition thing.
But even if they did like the allies chart had the same penalties it did before. So like you could take anyone as your ally, but it would become increasingly problematic for your army.
Right.
Oh, for that proximity rule.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like you get
Oh,
something
yeah.
where
So
when
you'd
you
have
weren't
like
battle
Orcs and
brothers.
Necrons or something, but
Yeah, but like
It's
it'd be if something wasn't battle brothers, but it's like the one below,
hell's
you
that
just
voice?
couldn't cast spells on each other or do any effects on each other.
What did at one point couldn't they like start attacking each other if they got within range?
Yeah, so it was like battle brothers, armies of convenience, allies of desperation, and then it was come the apocalypse. That was the last one.
The only one that I remember is if you ran two armies that weren't possible to run together, they'd just stay like 12 or 6 inches away. Otherwise, they'd start attacking each other.
No, it wasn't they started attacking, it's that they wouldn't move or do anything. They would just stop. And the whole idea was like they were just eyeballing their quote unquote allies to make sure they didn't try and like betray them.
Could you still move in the movement phase after to get
If
away
you
from that?
ended up within 12 after your movement phase, you couldn't do anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like, then you just lose your models for the whole game standing there staring at each
no.
other.
It was the end of the movement phase. So yeah, like that was the come the apocalypse, I think. And then Allies of Desperation was like on a dice roll. Within 12, you'd have that problem.
right. But so looking at that, like that still would allow, I imagine,
You-
Space Marines and Imperial Guard.
Yeah,
working
that's
together.
the thing. You'd still be able to take Imperial Guard and have like
The same
you know,
battery of
custode
command
captains
points. Yeah,
show up.
because it makes sense. This is from a fluff reason. Imperium fights together.
Yeah, but the fucking Imperium Guard.
The way it
the Guard doesn't fight alongside Custodes.
Ever.
I say that word different every time I say it.
Well, yeah, they don't fight. They
know
fail
how
to
it's
fight, and then
pronounced.
the Custodes show up and fix it. Right? That's the fight.
yeah, by
that
killing
they
all the
have.
guardsmen.
Yeah, probably. No, that's Space
You guys
Sharks.
suck at your jobs.
That's Space Sharks and like Marines Malvin.
You're all fired for
Leveling.
life.
Or Grey Knights.
Yeah, I like the Grey
I
Knights.
think I prepared
feel.
some notes on that exact. Whatever.
No, did you?
Yeah, on the whole guard thing. What was it?
Because that's really the problem here.
The
Yeah,
problem
so-
is anyone who's playing Imperium just takes a schwack ton of guards
Yeah.
and nets
Or
themselves.
barely any.
Well, that's what I mean. They take a bunch of guard detachments, net themselves 75,000 CPs, and then they just have the rest for the whole
The
game.
power of
Yeah,
seven.
your warlord being, and this is what I wrote verbatim, a slightly above average human lording over 5,000-year-old space vampires and golden banana Jesus bikers. It's quite a suspension of disbelief, even, though it's 40k we're playing.
Yeah.
Like some random dude isn't going to be working over like Space Vladimir and like
Fucking
his
Space
immortal
Vladimir?
buddies.
Manager at McDonald's is telling
like
colonels what to do.
you guys think you're smart, but I have 10 times the command point experience to tell you that you need to fight twice, mister.
Because that wasn't good enough.
Yeah, and I'm
Your
gonna
first time wasn't good enough, or maybe it was really good and he's excited.
Yeah,
You need to do it again.
yeah. And you're like, why do I not control this way?
Why am I not telling you what to do?
Because there's 10 more of these little humans than you have.
Because there's 10 more human conscript piece of shit. And you're a giant superhuman. I could tell you what to do.
Don't be a bully.
I don't know. Maybe the idea is that they're not showing up to take orders; they're just showing up to help.
Yeah, so you have like the
Which-
big guard army that's like been destroyed down to just a little bit of guys, and then
And then they
Well,
shoot.
the Blood Angels and the Codes show up to save the day.
I mean,
and
like,
still kill
But
all
why
the
is that
guard.
guy still in charge? You know?
it's like, it was Armageddon. Because Yarick's in control during Armageddon.
Right, but Yorick's a fucking badass.
And he's still not in charge of Space Marines.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
The Space Marines show up and he's like, well, and he's at his war council and he's like, we are not going to be able to tell
He
these
knows
guys
the
what to
pecking
do.
order. Yeah.
So we're going to go around them and they're just going to do their thing.
Yeah.
And we're going to clean up whatever they don't. And that's this whole battle plan.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't understand how company commander is in charge of the custodies. And he's just like, oh, you know what? Let me get on the phone real quick before we go in. I'm going to call up, see how many custodies I can get for this random battle. Man, they're like, oh, you can have 25.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
25 Emperor Guards.
Wait, that's it. That's just bikes, right? Yeah, that's just
Don't
bikes.
they have
There's
a
more.
more important job? Like what?
Like, guarding the throne?
And
No,
it's
we
like,
don't need to do that.
Because they come and they bring CPs. Like, I feel like that should be like all of your favors and a blowjob.
Yeah.
And your CPs to get those guys. You know, like you had 15 CPs, you spend 10, and you have to like let your opponent decide who goes first. Because you're like operating on these dudes' time now, right? Because it's like,
It's not going to do you any good.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem...
it just seems strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And then, like, on the other hand, it's like, so you have your Imperials, which are what? 9 factions now?
Gonna be more next
Imperials?
year. Well, no, it's the same
It's
amount.
gotta
just
be.
more.
I think there's more than 9.
Because there's 4 Space Marine chapters. Because there's Space Wolves, Dark Angels, Blood Angels, Space Marines.
GK.
GK, there you go, thanks, 5. And then Astra Militarum for 6. Sisters.
Do you say assassins?
Assassins, I guess, technically.
Inquisition,
Is that 8 or
and
9?
Custodies.
Custodies. Is that 9?
Let's go with 9.
I think it's
It's
9.
probably
Is it?
exactly half.
Because there was 5... No, there was 6 for... Or no, 5 for Space Marines,
Yeah.
right?
Sisters,
got-
Inquisition, Assassins, Custodies.
I feel like I'm missing... Or we're missing one.
Oh, Astra Militarum. There's 10.
No, we counted Guard already, didn't we? Oh, no, we didn't. That's
There's
like the
10
main
Imperial
topic
factions.
and we just forget
So
about
there's 10
them.
Imperial factions, or whatever, give or take.
So 10 Imperial factions that
Give or
can be
take
interlaced and fought beside one another no matter what.
oh,
you choose.
nice!
Yeah, Knights.
Oh,
as well.
Knights, yeah. Okay, so 11.
I guess you could
Death
count.
Watch.
Death
Oh
Watch,
my gosh,
AdMech.
Oh my
So we're at
gosh.
13.
Legion of the Damned.
No.
No, they don't
Sisters
have
of
their-
Silence. Death Corps of Kree.
No.
They don't have their own codexes.
Exactly, they're separate. Death Corps,
Death Corps
Kree
does.
has its own.
No, it doesn't?
Yeah,
has
they're
its
fourth
own
world.
chap like trait
Oh.
and stuff. Yeah.
They haven't gotten one yet.
That's
though.
tough.
Same with
There's-
Elysians.
Okay, but.
Yeah, but... No, but...
I mean, open up Battle Scribe
Okay,
and
you know
more
what?
than half
For the
your
sake of
scrolling is
anyone
Imperium
who has a
stuff.
beard that's less than 6 inches long, we're not going to count those as anything other than Astra Militarum. So, like 12 Imperial whatever armies, which are almost all able to be fielded on their own relatively well.
Or mishmashed together as a pile of fucking...
But here's the thing.
Or you have 11
stew.
armies.
So you're like, okay, well,
Stupid.
instead of running just a Space Marines army, you're like, okay, well, what's one really good unit in Space Marines? Oh, Dreadnoughts and Smash Captains.
Yeah.
I'm just going to run a detachment of those. What's really good in Custodies? Well, everything with the Dreadnought. So I'll just take whatever I like. And then there is like a 3 detachment limit, I believe, right now for IT
Yeah, there
cities.
is 3.
So you're like, okay, well, I don't have enough CPs, so I'll just throw in 200 points of Guardsmen. And I have 1,800 points of Dreadnought, Smash Captains, and Custodies.
Yeah.
With the
With
CPs
15
to fuel it.
With a
exactly.
bunch of CPs.
And you're just like, what's the downside of that?
Yeah.
And that's a huge disparity, right? Like they seem to balance stratagems on just that army, right? So if you look at Knights,
'cause we
for
were talking
example,
about that.
all of the stratagems cost quite a bit, and they're all like reactive and really good, like choosing fight again or
But they're
like getting a
pricey.
rule and stuff. But they're pricey, so you put that, which is balanced pretty well. If you only have 9 points to work with, like that's pretty good. That's
Right,
only a
and then
couple
you can
turns.
just take on an extra
Throw 10 more in,
plus.
right, and get more back,
And
and
the
then
whole
all of a
thing's
sudden
good.
those stratagems are just too strong for the
Because,
cost.
like, if you guys have ever fought, like, an Astra Militarum player that's running 3 battalions, like, they have no idea what to do with all their points.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They
you
will
have,
never spend them all.
you have a
Yeah.
bunch of extra at the end, and you're kind of losing
and
out
they're
that.
still recycling them.
Yeah, at a certain point, if you're pure guard, like you once you hit 13, you don't really need any more.
Like,
you know?
and we were talking about
That's a
this
lot.
you know,
Yeah.
online.
Yeah.
So, like, the Guard have something that's 1 CP where the whole squad just gets to chuck grenades again,
Yeah.
right? And it's 1 CP, and it's basically what? On average, 25 las gun shots?
Yeah.
So, regular shooting phase
Yeah.
for most guardsmen. And those are going to miss still.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and it's a random number of shots, so
Yeah.
it can even be less. And that's a CP. But what's the Stranglethorn grenade?
Oh yeah,
Tanglethorn
Tanglethorn grenades. It costs 1.
1 CP for Custodies, what does it do?
You either before they move or charge, you roll.
Your opponent.
Yeah, your
Sorry,
opponent moves or
this
charge.
Custodies?
Yeah. So
Okay.
Custodies throws this grenade before your opponent's move or charge. You roll. I believe it's 1d6,
D6.
and they lose that many inches. Yeah, so I
And
use
that's a
that,
1 CP
yeah,
thing.
1 CP. So
Wow.
I use that on
Charge
Eric's
me.
Gene Stealers, which were what, like 8 away, I think.
They were 6 away.
Yeah, and I rolled a 5 or a 6 or something.
And I rolled 6 to charge,
Yeah.
and I just had to stand there.
Yeah, just stand there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, just shut me down until like 20 Gene Steals, just done. Like wasted the entire turn.
But like
For
good,
1
yeah,
CP.
Yeah.
1 CP.
Yeah.
And then you can do that another 18 times because you've got 400 points of guard.
Because custodian battalions are how many points, Chris? Minimum.
Oh, that's exactly. But
Like
they're-
700?
they're-
7, yeah, even
6
more
or
maybe.
700?
Yeah.
So like you can maybe run 3, but it's not going to be the good stuff.
Yeah, at 3 is going to be dicey.
It's gonna be savage.
It's very
though.
bare bones, like captains and
You'd
custodians.
have enough
that's all you got.
CPs to be able to do that, right? And you just pick the unit that's going to be the most effective, as long as you understand how to do that.
Yeah.
Throw your grenade at them when they charge, and you'd be able to do that another 18 times if you go 18 turns.
Over
which
the course of the
I fucking
game.
hope you don't.
But you could do it
712
712 is the
for,
cheapest
for the
battalion.
cheapest battalion you can get.
So there you
very
go. You
cheapest.
can't even run 3.
no.
No. So the most you're ever going to get is going to be like those 2 and like a Vanguard or something for like 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're probably going to blow a bunch on relics at the beginning. So you're going to start the game with like 7 because you're going to go for blood games or whatever.
Yeah.
And you like your Stranglethorn or Tanglethorn grenade is like what? Almost 20% of your CPs.
Yeah,
And it's
exactly.
game changing. Like
Yeah.
if you're like, okay, well that's a unit of 20 Khorne Berserkers,
Right.
and they make a 7 on their charge, and you're like, well I roll and they take away 5, so they don't.
Yeah, well, look
Yeah.
at Guard as a super easy way to recycle their command points.
Yeah, because you just make
Custodians
your,
don't.
you make your
Yeah.
warlord the guard guy.
Yeah.
Take a straight that lets you roll.
Yeah,
and
was
get
it
them back.
5 up on every CPU you use?
Yeah.
You
Does it
get
also
back.
work for opponent CPs?
That yeah,
There's a
that's
relic
the
for
relic,
something, yeah.
and it's what on a 5 up or a
5
6
up.
Yeah, on a 5 up
Oh
you
my
get one every
God.
time they spend one.
Yeah.
Which, if you look at Blood Angels, like Blood Angels are pretty hungry,
Yeah.
but all they get is one where on every time you use a stratagem on a 5 up you get one back.
So you could potentially end up with more.
Well, that's what people do. They run both. So whenever you use one, you get it on 5 up, and also 5 up for every CP you use. And when your opponent uses one, you get it on 5 up. It was
Yeah.
nuts.
Because it's a relic, right?
That's
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's crazy. They'll start with 13. Their opponent will go first, and they'll have like 18 to 20 on their turn when they
Yeah.
start.
So it totally throws the game balance off.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're like, why did you even spend so much time playtesting these if it's not going to matter?
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
and it boils down to what my fix is, which we'll get to. But
Which we'll get to at the end of this.
Yeah, we'll get
Chris
to
is going to solve the whole problem.
and the first it's 2 main things, and the first thing is kind of like circulating everything everyone believes in, which I'll just spoil, which is, and you kind of even said it yourself, is having your warlord have to be in the highest point cost attachment.
Yeah, and then you only get the CPs from that one.
No, not necessarily that, but
That?
just everyone.
Oh,
a
I
lot of
see.
people disagree
Okay.
that your warlord has
Yeah.
to be in the highest point cost
That
attachment.
makes sense.
Then that
Yeah.
little guard battery you want has to be 700 to 1,000 points, depending on how many different
Right.
attachments you have running.
Right.
Makes a lot of
even-
sense, actually.
Even
Yeah.
like pure guardless can't even keep up with this shit anymore.
Yeah,
Because
If you're
they-
running a pure guard list, you have like 23 freaking CPs.
You have 23 CPs,
but you don't have the
they're not-
haymakers to spend it
No,
on.
exactly.
Yeah.
and they're not as potent.
Unless
Right.
you're running 1.5 million mortars.
Yeah, then you just run the mortars. You don't even need CPs at that
We
point.
only need 3
Yeah.
heavy weapons teams, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So it actually falls off really fast.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like the whole Imperials being able to ally with everyone thing is just, it's just so blatantly broken. Like it just shatters how the system is
Yeah.
supposed to be balanced.
It
So,
just I think that once again falls back into GW's favoritism. They're like, oh,
I mean,
Space
yeah.
Marines are amazing. I love Space Marines, Space Marines, Space Marines.
and I mean
Right?
ultimately like Chaos can do it too, but 40K is
Yeah, but-
about Imperials versus Chaos.
Yeah, and
So,
they
it's
portray
true.
the
Itself,
Imperium
yeah.
as good guys, but I would argue that they are quite the opposite.
You know what's funny though? Like between, I mean, some of us it's chaos, but every single one of us in our play group has at least one Space Marine army.
Not anymore.
Chaos Space Marine army.
Oh
Chaos
yeah, I guess
Space Marine
Thousand
army.
Suns. Yeah.
Space Marine army. Space Marine army.
Yeah.
And I had
Eric's
GK
Space
at one
Marine
point.
Kyle Space Marine army.
Everyone's got a
Yeah.
Space Marine.
Everybody's got one. I have
Well,
I don't think Kyle's,
Good at
Kyle's
that.
really played much, but he's played Tau, I guess.
He's played a bit of Tau.
He's
got
played
some
Admech with
Admech
his
now.
Space Marines.
Oh,
But
yeah,
it's
yeah,
with
yeah.
his Space Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he's more versatile than I thought.
He really likes his Space Marines.
In which that's fair.
Which, you know what?
Yes.
They're a solid option for an army.
Mhm.
They're really versatile,
Yeah.
and they have more shit than anyone else.
When you take soup into account, because the Codex itself is pretty garbage unless you're Ultramarines.
Not true.
I wouldn't even say that.
Or Raven Guard.
Because
Or Raven Guard.
your,
Yeah.
your Salamanders list, Eric, was like
His Salamanders list is a diamond in
brutal.
the rough. It's
Yeah,
a
like
diamond
it
in the rough.
is insane, and it's just strictly
Salamanders.
Space Marine salamanders with no soup. Nothing else but Marines on Marines on Marines. Not even a fucking vehicle.
Okay, so
Why England?
I have to explain what this is because this list has been nicknamed Castle Gay Skull. This was before the 3 data sheet limit, so now it doesn't work anymore.
I mean, it still does work, just not as efficient.
It makes me sad it
I
doesn't
mean, it
work.
works, but before it worked.
So
It was like
it worked, girl.
It was like 5 heavy weapons teams. It was like 5 Devastator teams standing as close as they could get to a building with a captain, apothecary, lieutenant. The captain was a chapter master, 2 apothecaries, and a banner bearer with the banner of the Emperor Ascendant. So they would just shoot off. They'd reroll almost everything and just annihilate just
anything.
gobs and gobs of shit. So it was like 2 las cannon teams, a grav cannon team, a missile team, and a heavy bolter team, I think. Yeah.
I think Heavy Bolters made it in as your last edition before the thing changed.
Were they like spritzed into the?
Because you had like a bunch of
Grav
grabs
teams.
for
It might
a
have
while.
been. Well, I had 1 grav team. I think it turned into 2 grav teams. So it's 2 last cannon teams, 2 grav teams because I love grav. Not as good as good. You can quote me on that. And then missiles.
I thought you swapped the missiles out for the...
I swapped them out for more las cannons eventually.
Oh, was it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But basically, the list was a point-and-click adventure. So the rest was like tactical marines. It was like 2 battalions of tactical marines, and they would just walk around with flamers and plasma guns, and because there were salamanders, just overcharge all the time, so you didn't care.
You get your 1 reroll.
And they would just walk around, be annoying, cap objectives, charge things that they were never going to beat in combat, just to be annoying. And the devs would just blow everything to hell over the course of the game. And that was it. There wasn't much to it.
If you got to the castle, you were one of the lucky few.
You know, Kyle got Gilliman to the castle a couple times and I had to kill him point blank. Or in melee with an apothecary, that happened twice.
Oh, yeah. So killed Gilliman twice with an apothecary.
Yeah.
The only thing
He's
that
got
beat
blood
that
splatter on him
list
now.
was Death Guard. And
Oh, yeah.
I guess technically when I was trying out my Thousand Sons, but we called it more of a draw than anything.
Why?
I don't remember. It was the one where we both had like 1 model left, and we walked out into the battlefield and tried to fight. Nothing happened, so we walked away.
That's right.
It was like, you
Yeah,
swing
it
your
actually-
weapon, I block it all. I swing my weapon, you block it all, for like 3 turns, and we didn't shoot our pistols.
Yeah, it
so
came
we
down
literally just walked away.
to one of your sorcerers versus my chapter master.
No, it wasn't even that. It was my aspiring sorcerer.
Aspiring
like,
sorcerer?
Sergeant of Rubric Marines.
Yeah, we just couldn't do shit.
It was fucking hilarious.
So, like, that was back before the data sheet thing. So Space Marines had a lot of potency with the devs. Because
Yeah.
the devs were, like, so good.
yeah, they were.
And they took it away. But it's like, the data sheet thing... I don't know, do we want to get into that right now?
Nah, we can save it.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it just because I feel like it balances things out.
I hate it 'cause it
But
doesn't.
I've tried to build lists where I'm like, fuck, I want more of these.
Well, it's not even that. It's like not every faction got hit with that. Or some
No.
of them got hit even harder.
Yeah.
So, like, Tau was like 1 per detachment. Okay, well, I guess. So if you're running 2 detachments, you only get 2 commanders.
Yeah.
Granted, the commanders are really good.
Same with the Hive Tyrants.
Well, yeah, but no,
The Hive Tyrants, yeah.
The commanders, isn't there a basic commander and then there's the one named commander, right?
I think it's all commanders.
It's
It's
yeah,
like
it's just
that.
commander.
So even
Oh,
like if you
really?
take Farsight or something, he's
counts.
commander, so he has to be 1 per detachment.
But he doesn't have a different name, so it's a shared data sheet.
I think is it a keyword commander?
It's a
on them?
keyword commander.
Yeah.
It's pretty heavy-handed.
That's
Yeah.
pretty rough.
And then you get things like Carnifexes. So they have like the regular Carnifexes, the Thornback Carnifexes, the Screamer Killer Carnifexes, and I think there's one other one. So you could take like 12 Carnifexes. Oh, and they're in squads.
Yeah.
So you can have like 2,000 points of just Carnifexes.
Yeah.
What? Or like, how many Demon Princes can you take in a list?
12.
Like, fuck.
Max 12, yeah.
Yeah.
You can take 12 Demon Princes in a list, but they're like, oh, no.
Wait, where did
Yeah.
the other 3? I thought it
You
was
can't
just
take
9.
4 dev teams.
Well, there's Chaos. I guess technically in ITC you'd only be able to take 9. Because you only be able to
'Cause of the
3 detachments.
No, but even then.
So you got generic Chaos Space Marines, you've got Thousand Suns, you've got Death Guard, and you've got Demons.
Yeah.
Do Thousand Sons have the same name as regular Demon Princes,
No,
though?
it's Demon Prince of Siege.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
just
Oh,
like
okay,
Death
so you
Guard's
could
Demon
get
Prince
12.
and Nurgle.
So there you go.
Being the Thousand Sons player, I don't know that. What a fucking rookie.
No.
I didn't run Demon Princes, though, really.
Not
Yeah,
for a
you
while.
did?
No, I had 2 for like 3 games.
Okay.
And then I dropped them for Hell Brutes.
That's fair.
Because the Hell Brutes are so fucking fun.
So, like, yeah, some factions got nailed with that, and other ones just didn't.
Yeah.
Which was just weird. Like, I thought that was kind of dumb. Like,
It's heavy-handed, just like
Yeah.
the Deep Strike changes, right? Very heavy-handed. To
Yeah,
hit
Deep
some
Strike.
outliers.
The Deep
Yeah.
Strike made me pretty upset, to be
Yeah,
honest.
made
I was
fucking
not
me so.
super.
I
pleased
thought you
with
liked
that.
it.
Now,
The first thing you said was, "I'm so glad I'm not going to get bum rushed by Tyranids first."
yeah, okay, so that was nice.
Not Tyranids, Molochs.
Moloch.
Dragons.
But I would probably, because I can just choose not to play against that list because I'm a little piece of shit.
Well,
But
that's fair.
it's like,
Come on, be fair. You're a huge piece of shit.
okay, yeah, sorry. I'm a massive steaming pile of shit.
You play against whatever you want to play.
But it's if you didn't know, I really don't like playing Tyranids. I think they're one of the most broken armies around, even with the turn 2 deep strike rule.
I
Just
think
changes
Eric-
your tactics, right?
Eric almost just. I think Eric just builds strong lists.
Yeah, Eric
That's what
builds
it is.
really strong lists.
He makes us hate whatever army he's playing.
Yeah.
Except Necrons.
That's true. But I still hate
even
them.
then,
Still
I was
don't wanna
pretty
buy
cheesed
Stormers.
about your Necron list because everyone always got back up. But
Yeah, I'm
sorry,
glad you don't play much.
What I was going into is I would rather play against that list than not be able to turn 1 deep strike myself. If that makes sense.
Okay.
So I would
It's not
take,
worth it to you.
Yeah, it's not worth it to me to lose out on a turn.
Yeah,
even though if I'm playing against 11,000 Molochs, I'm going to lose anyways. But I would rather keep that because not only did it make the games faster, which was always nice, because sitting down for 12 hours playing a single game is great and all, but I mean, come on. Oh, we totally skipped our games played. Oh,
We'll get back to it.
we'll go
Yeah,
back. I'll
circle
I'll
round.
just interject it.
We'll just have a period of silence and just recut.
Yeah, we'll record it after.
Once,
I'll
once you
interject
guys'
it.
minds are blown when I fix allies, we'll have to have something to talk about.
But yeah,
Really excited to just.
I'd rather have turn 1 deep strike and be penalized against what I'm fighting. I
Well,
guess.
not even all armies have that rule.
What do you mean?
Like Gene Stealer cults don't care.
And orcs literally have no deep strike.
Not yet.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean? Like-
Yeah, but they've got their fucking orc body throw with this.
Oh,
sorcerer
the jump.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's
Which is basically deep striking.
that's fair for one squad
Yeah.
of a million boys. That's true.
Because then you get essentially your deep strike on turn 1 with that.
Right, but
Power.
you don't have the savior protocol power of having that unit off the board entirely.
No.
To not get shot at all.
But
That's true.
if that's the case, you can just cram them into the corner of the field, right?
They'll still die.
Or have multiple units.
They'll die. They're orcs. They'll just
They're all
die.
gonna die.
It
No,
doesn't matter.
but yeah, I just think it was. I'd agree and say that was a bit heavy-handed.
Yeah.
It felt heavy-handed.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was kind of just like 8th edition dropped, and they were like, we tried to make the game streamlined and faster, and then they were like, oh,
You
actually,
asked-
I'm pretty sure we said this earlier
Yeah.
in a different podcast. I said they went from 0 in 7th
To 100.
to 100 in 8th, and then they were like, oh fuck, and they dropped it back down to 0 immediately, and then they just let a few through the cracks.
It seems like all of the heavy rules have had a few factions get out totally unscathed.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Like the drop pod thing we were talking about.
Mhm.
Why shouldn't drop pods have half rounded up go first?
Yeah.
What are Space Marines going to do with that?
Yeah.
Not take them.
Well, I mean, like, even if you could, if they had half come in, rounded up, like in 7th, first turn, what unit in Space Marines is going to make you wish that you would rather be dead than fight
Than
3 drop
waiting
pods?
in a drop pod.
Like, what is so nasty that Space Marines have in close proximity than anything else?
Yeah.
I mean, they have Raven Guard, so what's the difference?
Yeah, it's true. Exactly.
What's
Yeah.
the problem?
And I would say that's even worse than first turn deep strike, anyways, because they can still move after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you gave them all drop pods, and you have to pay, like, an 80 or 90 point tax to have your unit come in, what's wrong with that? Like,
Yeah.
they're paying a premium to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because then it would still, if it was half your drop pods rounded down, as you said, or
Rounded up.
rounded up.
So if you're on 3, it was 2 would come in first turn.
I would say even rounded down because then it would incentivize you to take more to be able to get
And
one.
then people just wouldn't.
I guess, yeah.
But what if you have 1, then you round down to 0 and they
Yeah.
never come in?
Well, that's the thing is they would come in on your second turn
Okay, I
because
see.
you took
Yeah,
1.
I
So if you
see.
took 2, you'd at least get 1 on your first turn and then 1 on your second turn, which would kind of space it out a little bit.
Okay.
But what
Or
can,
you could take
what can go in drop
max
pods?
3.
Infantry.
Terminator,
Infantry.
infantry.
Dreadnought.
Yeah.
Not even Terminators. Dreadnoughts need special pods.
Okay, so
that are more
if only
expensive.
infantry can go in there, would you even take a drop pod right now if it was free?
No,
Yeah,
I would just take.
you're just throwing away a squad.
I would just take the jump pack marines if I wanted deep strike.
Because it's
Yeah.
cheaper.
Assault
So I
marines.
Well, it's not cheaper than free. but it's,
No,
it's
but-
a better unit.
Yeah.
That's
It's better for what you're getting, because if you're gonna put assault marines on the field, they move faster than regular marines hopping out of a drop pod, right?
Yeah.
So fuck it.
Like I would take a rhino if it was free. I'd take 6, but I wouldn't take a drop pod if it was free. Not currently,
No.
It's not worth it.
because it's already on the board if it's a rhino.
Just start it with it in your deployment.
Just put your drop pod in your deployment zone. Boom. I mean, that's a free bunker. I'd do that.
Well, even
Why
then, though,
not?
you can do that on your first turn.
Oh,
Because
that's true.
deep
Yeah, that
strikers
is
can
true.
come into your
But
deployment.
not for like 85
Actually, you know what?
points, whatever the hell they cost.
No, it's totally useless.
Blood
Yeah.
Angels could put smash captains in drop pods.
That'd be funny.
wham, wham! 3d6 charge.
Do the
Oh, that would be so
Do your
badass
bikers-
looking. You don't have to pay
bikers
for
count as
the
infantry?
fucking jetpacks
Sorry?
anymore.
do bikers count as infantry?
No.
No.
No, they
They
count as
can't go
bikers.
pods.
That would be fucking hilarious. Drop pod falls from the sky, and a bunch of people just like and just rip out of it.
You would probably have instead hit the ground, the door open, the guy would be like, ah! And Mike's on top of him.
Take off the door like it's a
Bike
jump
is
as it's coming
exploding
down.
inside
Oh,
of
that'd be
him.
great.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Bike blows up. He's
That's
just
some-
laying there dead.
That's
with
something
bike
Doom
parts in
Rider
him.
would do.
Oh, kill me,
Big rail of
please.
cocaine.
Yeah,
Sniff.
big rail of cocaine. Doom Rider comes flying out of a chaos strike.
Comes out of a
Huge
loyalist.
Yeah.
evil
Let's drop on. Yeah. Imperial
Evil
Fist,
Knievel
natural
backflip.
action.
A demon prince of Slanesh Doom Rider.
Yeah, that makes
Demon
sense.
Prince, yeah.
Once you do enough space cocaine.
Death sticks.
Death sticks, there you go.
But yeah.
That's a Star Wars reference, right?
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
Derek, you've been pretty quiet. You have anything to
I
add?
don't think it's in every
I think we
one.
just all talked over his turn, actually.
Well,
That's
I-
true.
No, not really. I've been pitching it.
you've been
Have we
pitching-
expanded into your turn yet, Eric? or
Oh, I
not?
think I've had plenty of time.
Okay. You guys want to hear the fix
yet?
yet?
Eric's guess was really close, about 10 seconds off.
Yeah, sure. Let's hear your fix, Chris.
Okay, so it's a two-part fix, and originally I thought it was like, oh, it's nice and succinct. This is real easy, but I kind of the part two's a little.
Can I guess
but
what
it's
it
fine.
is?
Sure.
Don't play Imperium.
Good call, but no. Everybody plays orcs. Everybody wins.
Oh, great.
No, everybody actually loses, but you have a fun time. Orcs never win. Oh my god, that's so loud. Turn on his lightsaber, apparently.
I should get my
Bring up the depths.
Speaking of that thing, I still want to get one.
So do I.
They're dank.
They're so cool.
Do they
I
come
would
with- do they have
carry
Darth
that shit
Maul
around
ones?
with me all the time.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can get
you
a double.
stick two
Yeah.
together. Yeah, you can get a little couple and you can put them together.
Yeah.
You can even pick two handles and stick them together.
Two handles with two different blade colors if you want.
Like
To be
pink and purple.
Yeah.
You could be a fucking weeb if you wanted to.
Does it come with a body pillow of Mace Windu?
I'm sure it is. I'm sure
Do you know an
it is.
interesting
Just like
fact I
those.
found out the other day? Tupac originally read the script for Mace Windu, but Samuel L. Jackson beat him. Can you imagine Tupac as Mace Windu?
Well,
He would have got killed anyway.
Yeah,
so
you'd have
it
been
would've
dead.
been
So
stupid.
yeah, that would have been
But
interesting.
that would have been fucking hilarious.
Tupac.
He read the
Saying
script
that
and
now,
he
though, I'm
auditioned-
just imagining like Ludacris doing Mace Windu.
Man, what about
Oh,
DMX?
Every single line would just be like
just growling.
growling. Ah! And dog barks.
Yeah. And that's how we fix soup. All right.
Yeah, a little sidetrack there. Right?
DMX voices, man.
So step one we talked about. Step one is your warlord has to go into your highest points detachment.
Mhm.
Step two is any detachment that doesn't share the exact same keywords as your warlord detachment
Oh yeah, okay.
is one of three things. It's a patrol detachment or a supreme auxiliary detachment, the one that gets you one Lord of War, or the -1 CP auxiliary support detachment. That's all you can take.
What about Supreme Command?
No.
Because characters.
No, and that's it. Patrol gives you no command points. You get 2 of everything, 3 of a troop if you want.
Oh,
I
that's
guess
all-
two
that's all
troops
you
and
got.
one of everything.
Well, it's
I could be wrong.
no, I think it's
Patrol?
yeah, three troops, 2 of everything, including
Is
flyers.
it 3 troops?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
You have to take one
I
troop.
think
You have to take
only
one HQ.
one HQ.
2 HQ.
Oh, 2. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's basically just like a battalion if you don't have one of those two things.
Battalions, you can take up to 6 troops and up to 6 elites. I
Yeah.
found out, and 3 of everything.
But
else.
if you have 3 troops and 2
5,
HQs,
4 HQ or something.
why would you not just take a battalion?
That's what
No,
I'm saying.
that's
is
what
it
I'm saying.
limits.
That's what I'm saying.
You
You're
can't-
limited.
You're limited to
your
not
detachments
getting
that
CP
aren't the main
because
one.
you have to do a patrol
It has to
instead
be
of a battalion.
Yeah, it has to be. If
Sorry,
it doesn't
no,
share
that
all the
makes
same
sense
keywords.
to me. I was just
a
thinking of
patrol.
before, like, why would you?
Oh no, yeah.
Well, you never
Yeah.
take a patrol or a battalion. That's silly.
No,
Yeah.
why would you ever take a patrol in the first place?
I just thought like a patrol capped you out at 2 troops choices.
No, 3.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
But
we
this
go.
is the reason because That's a bad detachment to have to take.
Yeah.
Patrols, yeah.
Yeah. So you're mitigated. Like the Imperial Guard detachment, for example, it's garbage. Like that has to be your highest point detachment if you want the Warlord trait.
Yep.
And if you want to soup in something like Blood Angels, then okay, you can have patrol Blood Angels. You can get the 2 captains.
Throw artifacts into that same category.
I don't even know if you have to, because so if you look at it, you get your 2 captains, you get your 3 scout squads. You don't get any command points for it.
No, but you can still, if you did it the other way around.
You can get a relic.
If you did it the other way around, you could still have your rerolls from a 200-point guard detachment.
Okay, so you could have... Well, no, the guard relic is only 5 upon your opponent's stratagems.
No, but you'd still be able to have access to it, is what I'm saying.
Right, but you don't get the command points. You get...
Or the
you could
warlords,
have...
right?
You could do this now, as with the patrol. You could have 1 company commander, and you could have 1 squad of troops. So it's super cheap. It's like, what, 70 points for this detachment? You get no command points. You only get a relic if you pay a command point for it. So it's costing you a command point to get that extra trait, the relic.
No, but what if you're not taking one in your main to protect?
Well, you get one for free in your
detachment?
main one.
That's what I'm saying. Is if you don't put it in that one,
Right.
you can just put your free one into a different.
But I think your
detachment.
free one has to be on your warlord.
No,
It doesn't?
No.
Oh, that's
you can put it on
that's
whoever.
interesting. All right,
You-
well, so
your
so
whole
say you do
list
that.
just gets one artifact for whoever and whatever you want.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
But you're down 5 CP,
yeah.
right? And then let's say you want to put... what else are you going to do? You're basically, by doing that, so you can have 2 guard battalions, and you can have a patrol of Blood Angels, captains and stuff.
Yeah.
10 command points, you still have everything, but you're limited. Like, you only have that little battalion, or that little patrol of Blood Angels. You don't have, all your points is in guard.
When you'd have to have at least 1,000 points of guard.
Well, not necessarily. You could have a small patrol. Well, you could have a small patrol, right? And then you could have something else. You could put a knight in an auxiliary detachment. So you could have 600 points for like a Castellan or something. Let's look like a big list. Castellan for 600 points. You have, I guess, 129. You'd have like 260, 400 or 500 points of Blood Angels. So you could have, I guess just more than 600 points of guard. You'd have more than that though, right? Because you can't put it anywhere else.
Yeah.
And then you're only getting, if you do that, 8 command points.
Yeah.
Which makes them a lot more valuable,
Way more valuable.
and you don't just fucking.
As a
throw
Blood
them out
Angels
like
player,
you're
you
rich
spend
as fuck,
8
right?
when you go second on your opponent's first turn. Like,
Yeah.
it goes fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there you go, fix it. Blue minds. So you look at like the Elder list. You have to pick one of those 3 to be the big one. So you can't have the stupid, like right now they take all of the Black Hearts or whatever. They do like the Archon with the Warlord trait and Labyrinthine Cunning or whatever. So they get command points back on both sides. They get the stratagem. And then they'll take like 3 Ravagers or whatever. You can't do. I mean, you can do 2 Ravagers now, sure, but you still have to take a troop in there.
You can take 3 Ravagers.
No, you can only take 2 in a patrol.
Oh, sorry. Patrol.
Unless you
Yes.
want to have a 3rd detachment where you're paying a command point to have that extra
Yes.
Ravager.
Yes.
But that one doesn't get any stratagems, like if you have that negative
Yeah.
one. So. But, like, I feel like it's hard to break that if you're limited to patrols. You can still, like, because the big thing is, like, if you look at that list, they had Grey Knights and Sisters of Battle and Blood Angels. So they have the crazy captains, which are really good. As me and Derek just saw today.
Smash
like
fuck.
they're smash fucker, motherfuckers, whatever. They're really good. They have 2 of those. They have scouts for the infiltrate, and like, not as good as tax, obviously, but they have the scouts to like do infiltrate and just be cheap.
Yeah.
Sisters of Battle can have even cheaper troop fills because Sisters you can have, I think, for like 45 points or something, and you can give them Stormbolters, so they're putting out more shots with the same ballistic skill and the same save, just slightly less toughness for less. Yeah.
Through 9 points of model.
I think so, yeah. I think it's about 47 if you have a Stormbolter in there for a squad.
I'll look
cheap.
up that.
You run
That's,
Canis, whatever. Then you get
strange.
Celestine in there, because Celestine's amazing.
Yeah.
So you basically, you pay that tax for 5 CP and Celestine. And then she had like her crazy Grey Knights. Apparently they're good if they're backed up by Celestine and Smash Captains, I guess. I mean, anything's
like most
good.
things are.
Anything's
Yeah.
good, yeah. This is a garnish, so congrats to her for doing so well with Grey Knights. But you can't do that anymore. You can do it to an extent. You can have Celestine and whatever. Because I believe that she was throwing 2 relics onto the Blood Angels captains, like 1 on each, and because 1 get the command points back, and then you have like your Warlord in the Grey Knights, and then you have the Celestine attachment. Maybe there's something on the canoness.
If Grey Knights have a really sweet stratagem that she wanted to use.
Maybe, I mean they don't have everything. Yeah, but like if you look at it, if those two detachments, the Blood Angels and the Sisters, had to be patrols, that list is down 10 command points. And as soon as you start spending them on extra relics, your command points are gone. You go from 8 to 5 just by giving the Blood Angels command stuff, like relics. I know what you're looking at. Nothing.
I wonder, because obviously, everyone knows Games Workshop is a business, and that would turn off a lot of people.
But I feel like it would, like, you can still run all that stuff. You're just suffering for it competitively.
What if we did half
competitively
CPs rounded down for everything that wasn't the same codex?
Is that not enough, or is that too much? Does it matter? That
Well, I
between
don't know,
that and 0?
Because I mean, like, if you take your your Blood Angels and you take 2 guard detachments, you get 2 for each one.
Right.
So now you're at what, 13 CPs instead of 19? No, that's all wrong.
But does that even matter?
5.
Like, when you're looking at that many, like, would it even matter if everything other than battalions and brigades gave you 0 command points?
Well, how much did you say you spend on your first turn? Like 8?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, by the time of the bottom of our second turn, me and Derek, I spent all 18 of my command points, getting like 3 back.
Yeah. But then you don't have quite that much gas that Derek might not be able to match.
Right, but neither is he.
No, but he's also not running like the same cherry-picked units from 3.
I mean, he's running like... Okay, well, yeah, that's fair.
That was a special case.
That was much nice.
Because what's the big abuse? Is it extra command points, or is it getting really strong relics and traits? But I think my fix is good. It promotes just one big army. If you have 2 Blood Angels battalions, you still get all the points. But if you want to throw in Custodes like I do, then I have patrol to do that. So I don't get any command points. I suffer for that. I can still have my 2 captains on bikes and 3 squads if I really want. I'm just losing out on that kind of. I guess not. It's almost more just like a. I guess it's just like a bonus, but it's almost like a sneaky bonus. It's like sneaky. It's like a cheese. It's like cheesy to be able to do that.
To the CPs thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, especially because so many armies have no way of doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, Necrons?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What do they do?
As a side cause, what else my little fix actually makes really awesome? The Drukhari have that one weird thing where if you have 3 patrols, you get a whole bunch of command points. There you go.
But you have to run
3 different things.
You have to run a Cabal, you have to run a Cult,
A Witch Cult, and
you have to run a Homunculus Cult.
Yeah. So in my fix, only one of those would be able to be the big battalion, right? Because the other ones don't share all the same keywords.
Yeah.
But you have to take patrols. There you go. Patrol the other 2. You actually get a use out of the 4 command
Yeah,
points.
because you can just take a thing and cram it full of Talos engines and win every game you play.
Exactly.
I have 1 Homunculus and 17 Talos engines. Fuck you.
Yeah, because Talos is another thing, right? They come up to squads of 3, so you could technically take 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really good.
That's another thing. Like that and like 9 basilisks, like they have to.
You can give
They
them
have
all
to
4
address that.
advanced saves.
It's like 9 basilisks, 3 like minotaurs or whatever, 3 Earthshaker carriages, 3
And, like-
Earthshaker batteries.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I hate playing against Cold Star commanders with quad fusion
Uh-huh.
as much as the next person, but is it really that much worse than 9 basilisks?
Exactly.
Like,
And
come on.
I
Yeah.
kind of think they should do what they did to Hive Tyrants and Commanders to a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
Like captains, even in Space Marines. Like no one out there is really taking other than Blood Angels taking like 2 to 3 captains. I'm not also taking like 2 to 3 captains on bikes and like 2 to 3 captains in Terminator armor.
Yeah.
Just say if it's got captain in the title, you get 1 per detachment.
Could have even just done like a keyword and limit it to keywords, right? So you
yeah,
can have
exactly.
in the thing it'd be like keyword, Blood Angel, Captain as another keyword, and then Imperial. You can just say max 3 of anything with the Captain keyword.
Yeah, you could have data slate keywords or something like that. I really wish they were more liberal with how they worded keywords. Like another thing we were talking about a little while ago was how the Nurglings and Plague Bears in the Death Guard Codex don't have the Death Guard keywords, so you can't actually run them in a Death Guard detachment. You have to run a Nurgle detachment.
But they're in the same
codex,
right?
or you can. Now this is why they did it. You can summon them, and then it's fine. But if you start them on the board, they can't be Death Guard anymore. But if you summon them, they're not a listed entry in your codex until you summon them. You just have the points.
They didn't fact that?
No.
Huh.
Which is weird, because like the CSM Demon Prince versus the Demons Demon Prince.
Yeah, we have 16 Demon Princes, but the Nurglings in the Death Guard Codex
but they have different keywords.
But the Nurglings in the Death Guard Codex couldn't have the Death Guard keyword, but we can have 12 Demon Princes.
Well, it's not even that. Like the Demon Princes have different keywords.
Exactly.
So what's the? Like,
Yeah.
what's the issue?
Yeah. Why don't the Nurglings have the Death Guard keyword? GW?
They did though when they printed the codex, though, didn't they?
No.
What? I thought you said it was in your codex.
The Nurglings are in the Codex, but they don't have the Death Guard keyword on their database.
Oh.
So they can't be part of your Death Guard.
They're just Nurgles. So I would have to be, as soon as I put Nurglings in it, a Nurgle attachment.
Well, maybe that's why horrors were never added to the Thousand Sons, and they gave them shitty ass Zangors.
That is funny that they didn't do that, because you should still be able to summon them, right?
Nope.
Oh, no, you can't. Yeah, that's
I
right.
can't even
Yeah, you
put them in
summon
the same
anything.
They're not
Yeah.
demons.
Yeah.
What the fuck are they?
They're beastmen. That's what the demons
Design beasts, yeah.
originally were, like in way back when they were beastmen.
Oh.
And then they turned into demons, and then Zangors are beastmen still.
Scotland.
Because all the old horror models and the Bloodthirster models, they were all kind of like kitted out as if they were like barbarians in the hills. And then they were like, maybe we should make them look cool.
So they did.
Yeah.
They're from hell now.
No, they're from the warp.
That's what I said.
God.
That's just space hell,
Space hell.
right? That's what the
Yeah.
warp is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think your solution's pretty good.
Mark my words,
I think
that's
it would
going to
work.
be what... Mark my words, at the very least, that Warlord change, I think they're going to put into the next fact.
Gosh, I hope so.
In the next
It's
chapter
pretty...
tactica.
It's pretty wide-reaching, that fix
Yeah.
that people want. Put the
Yeah.
Warlord in the highest points attachment.
Because, yeah, it's just unreal.
Or at least, the highest PL detachment. I know you love PL points or whatever the fuck. So
Nobody's
level?
going to use
Not
well, you can
anymore.
use them for
I mean,
this.
it's too
The
late
only thing
everyone
that power
for
level
other
is really
things.
nice for is if you're like traveling and you meet up with a buddy you haven't seen in a long time and you don't want to sit there and number crunch, you can go, let's play 50 power level.
Yeah,
Boom,
I mean,
done, let's
but
go.
then I'm like, okay, I put
though?
one extra Space Marine in my Space Marine squad.
It's
Like,
not
that's double the PL. I put
Yeah.
9 extra guys in my Death Company and gave every single one a Thunderhammer. That's still only double. It's fine.
What a way to be unbalanced.
But also, like, who carries, like, 653 points with them when they're traveling? You're like, I have 1,000 points. They're like, oh, great, I have a list for that.
Yeah. 100 PL, how many points is that? I don't know. Let's just play 2,000 points.
Actually, on average, 100 points to 110, 15
Yeah.
usually works out to 2,000 points.
Yeah. That's most of my lists come out to about 120. I
Yeah.
feel like
Really?
it's one of
I
those things.
usually,
Mine was
usually end up
100,
around 211
Yeah.
to 211, 12, 13, 14
Yeah.
area.
A couple years down the road, when people are used to PL, as long as they don't scrap it in the 9th edition, they said they're never going to make. It'll just be like 8th edition.
They're never going to make
2.0 or
9th
whatever.
edition?
No, it's just going to be 8th edition updated.
So we're never going to get vehicle facing back up.
You know, no, they'll just update 8th edition. They'll give you a new rule book called 8th edition 2.0, like they did with Age of Sigmar, and you'll just have to buy
yeah.
it again. But it'll still be 8th edition. Don't worry.
Yeah, right. I forgot that they did that with Sigmar. So this is how Sigmar is actually meant to be played.
Yeah, because
Oh.
Sigmar's living rule book and everything else, right? I'm pretty sure, and they just decided to call it 2.0.
Oh, with the General's Handbooks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just the new General's Handbook. It's like chapter
Well, the-
approved, but they changed a bunch of
Yeah.
rules.
It's,
Okay, well,
it's
it's about
essentially
freaking
version
right.
2 of Age of Sigmar.
Yeah, it's essentially a new edition, but
Yeah.
it's not. It's the same edition.
It's the same edition,
Just 2.0.
It
heavily
came out like a
tweaked.
year and a half later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's what happens when you write your fucking rules to be 4 pages long for a game that's way more in depth than that.
Are you like doing that now?
You have to. That's the only way to fucking get the shit out of there.
That's actually true.
I just think it looks awesome.
Well,
It
that's
does look.
No, it's really common too for that. Like if you're doing any machining for metal, and if you have like small plate that you can't clamp down into a mill, you super glue it to a chunk of metal, and then to get it off, you just roast it with a torch, and then it pops off.
That's awesome.
for the listeners, I use a lighter to clean the blockage on my Citadel plastic glue.
Which is suggested, I think, by them.
Yeah, just like the danger flammable symbol on the back of it.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Well,
Should we talk about games played?
yeah, we're going to games played now because
Because we're 15 hours in.
we're about an hour.
We stayed on topic the whole time. I'm really proud of everyone.
Yeah, actually, I'm really proud too.
pretty
We
solid.
did really good.
I was complaining.
Okay, so we did a bad job, everyone, but we'll do
Well,
better.
no,
next time.
we did a pretty good job, but it took us an hour and 20 minutes to get started because we got all of our hysterics out of the way beforehand.
I also
true.
apologize that I can't control my ability to not bitch about something, so I'm sorry about that.
That's fair.
Every group
I
has to
appreciate
have
it.
someone.
You need the person
okay,
who's
so-
a whiny bitch.
You're a huge
I am.
whiny bitch
I am.
about stuff.
Yeah.
You're a
And-
huge sack of crap,
I,
right?
in secret, am a huge whiny bitch.
Oh,
Pretty much only to Eric.
That's
and
true.
then I'm also just a huge pussy and don't play against certain things.
Like me.
We play every so often.
Yeah.
Like we had what game was that? our last game we played like a week or two ago. It was like 750 points, and then we did 900 or something weird like that.
Right after.
Right after, and it turned out it was alright.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I didn't have as bad of a time as I thought.
That's true.
Yeah.
You almost won.
What I did have a really fun time with was Derek and I's last game.
Let's hear about that.
That was a lot of fun.
That was so much
Yeah,
fun.
because we
It
played,
was.
we didn't really get to experience it.
No.
Yeah, when they played,
guys-
like me and Eric didn't.
Yeah.
We were playing at the same time. So
Yeah.
which we had a good time too. But it sounds like you guys had a great.
I think before this game, almost a month ago, the best game I had before Derek and I's was one between good Eric and I, and it like made me feel uplifted, even though I'm pretty sure I still lost. I don't remember. Oh, I did lose because it was my succubus who would not die versus the rest of his guard, and I finally died. But Derek and I's game. So I played Drukari with a small hint of Eldar.
A smattering.
Sprinkling.
Just a nice little sprinkle.
A diddling.
2 Farseers and 2 Warlocks because I missed my psychic powers
Nice.
and I wanted them back. So I did that.
You helped out a lot in the game.
It really
You
did.
denied me every, except I think one.
Maybe
psychic
once or
ability.
twice, yeah.
Yeah.
And
just-
you played CSM and Demons,
As always. Yeah.
as always.
Yeah. I actually went for something a little more competitive too. I didn't just like throw a bunch of random shit at you. Like it's actually something that I would seriously consider taking.
Consider
to a
money.
tournament.
What
So,
we
that was
played
really awesome.
1,700
You didn't Black
points.
Crusade it?
Yeah, it was 1,700.
Because that's all I can make right now, I think. I don't have a full 2,000 point list because I'm a noob.
You're getting there.
I'm close. I gotta buy 3 more boxes, but first I have to pay Eric back.
Yeah.
Bad Eric.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot to money. It turns out.
I forgot about that.
How do you forget about that?
I don't know. I just did.
Jesus Christ.
There's a lot of Warhammer.
There's a lot of models that I owe you money for, and you're just like, yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
You have
in that way,
kneecaps,
bad
don't you?
Eric is a good Eric.
Not anymore.
Oh,
I used
Nothing.
to skateboard.
You heard
so.
nothing.
that's a fun for your.
I don't remember. The only thing I remember that stuck out to me about that game was not having a base for one of my boats.
That was and that was.
It was kind of
Man,
annoying. 'cause
That's
it
what I
fell
remember
over.
too. It
Yeah.
just kept falling
Fell
over.
over every fucking time someone touched the table. Well, I was kind of dumb and I put it up on top of terrain because I wanted a little bit more sight range with it.
And it
then
was quite a sight, wasn't it?
It was literally right where all the other action was happening. So anytime we had to move a
It landed
model,
on a demon
it
prince
would
twice.
fall
it
on
landed
top of all of our shit.
It landed
Two-
on your witches.
Never broke though.
No,
Right.
and none
Landed
of
on
our
cultists.
models broke either because we use amazing glue.
That's right. Super strength gel.
Fuck yeah, bud. But you had Be'lakor and 2 demon princes that failed a bunch of charges.
Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, that was, I think, the huge turning point for me.
Yeah. That
Because if those guys got into melee, I probably would have been fucked, but they failed.
Well, at least
so
if we would have got the charge off, we would have had
Yeah.
the advantage for the retaliation.
You had... Okay, so what did you bring?
It was, I think it was 2 demon princes, Be'lakor,
There's a bunch of...
20 bloodletters. Was it a bunch?
Yeah, there was 20 bloodletters in a
Did I
one
have-
ball.
I didn't have the Lord of Skulls.
No, you had a knight. You brought your knight that time.
Ooh, yeah, right, yeah.
Which was fun to fight a knight for a first time in a long time.
Yeah,
It was really cool.
that was cool.
And then you had a bunch of cultists.
Yeah, I think 60.
60?
I think I brought 60.
I killed
cultists
60
that time.
cultists?
Yeah, dude.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, you killed a lot of shit.
And then I brought
Yeah, it was 320
my...
max. Yeah.
What the hell did I bring? 3 succubi. No, 2 succubi. Oh no, 3. I brought 3 succubi, 2 archons, 2 ravagers, 2 raiders, 1 venom, 15 witches, 15 Cabalite warriors, and 2 farseers, 2 warlocks. Those are the Skyrunners, the ones on bikes. And then I think I brought 6 Dark Eldar bikes as well, which is pretty much everything that I've got built. I think.
A lot of
Pretty
stuff.
sure that's everything I have built right now. And I didn't get first turn, which was kind of sad, but I enjoyed it because someone came to me. So on Derek's first turn, he rushed in against me, which I haven't actually fought against before, because I usually get, or recently at least, I haven't had it, but I used to get first turn quite often and charge into everyone else. Or I was fighting an army that was a gun line and I still had to charge them on the second turn. But fucking Derek went balls to the wall on me. I had a lot of AT.
Yeah, going second, I actually, in me and Chris's game earlier today, unrelated, but I almost wish I had gone second.
Yeah.
Remember how I kept my Bloodthirsters back?
Yeah.
I was like, they're not going to make the charge, they're just going to get closer to your charge them. I was like,
Yeah.
if I sit back, maybe. And then, yeah, stick them on your things that kind of
Get
halfway up
close.
the board.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you're playing melee versus melee, you kind of want to go second, but if I guess it just depends on
Well,
what
it's-
you have.
it's the
You have
difference-
things like move fast enough.
Yeah, if you've got stuff that can move fast enough, but it falls into like if you can pull off that first turn alpha strike, sure, go for it.
Yeah.
But if you get second turn and you have enough shooting to back yourself up, which conveniently I do with the way I run my list, it worked out pretty well for me, I would say.
Yeah, I think I just started
But
talking
the turning point was definitely Be'lakor, 2 Demon Princes not making their charges, and then I roasted them all basically with AT,
guns.
just annihilated them. I've got, blast pistols, shredders, blasters. Oh no, I didn't have shredders, I just had blasters. Both the Archons had blasters too.
Those blasters were doing work, I remember that
They
much.
were insane.
They were doing so much damage,
Um,
holy shit.
And then what else? Most of them, I think one of them lived through that, and then I charged into melee, killed it, consolidated towards the knight, and then with whatever I had left, I charged into the knight, who exploded, killed two of my succubi
yeah.
and a witch that was left over,
Yeah.
and then I cleaned up.
I think the knight hung around for like 3 or 4 turns though.
Yeah, the knight died on the last round after I tabled you.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it was you had like 3 cultists left. I finished those guys off with some basic shooting because it's cultists. They
Yeah,
died of
just a small
fucking
squad of like 2 or 3
like
guys.
sticks being thrown at them.
Right.
Finished those guys off, and then there was like
Wasn't like a bunch of your HQs at like 1 wound too?
yeah, I had like two
I had more
or
points
3 of
than you, I'm
them
pretty sure. I think,
at the start of that turn. Yeah, I think so. Or even for the match, you mean?
I think for the whole match, but then you didn't just end up tabling.
Yeah, that's the charge turn that you failed. But yeah, that was a really, really fun game. It was like for the entire game, even right up until the last second, until I killed that knight, it was like just totally in the midst of who was going to win. Like we had no idea. It was so
Yeah.
neck and neck,
Yeah.
and it was
One
quite
turn where-
terrifying.
I think on turn 3 I was like, okay, I got this. And then that battle round, and I was like, okay, I don't got this.
Yeah.
And then I kind of thought at the end there, I was like, you know what? It goes to turn 5 and it ends. I was like, I'm going to win. But then it just, and then once the knight died.
Knight died, and then I finished up the bloodletters. And it
What
was
did you have? You had like an Archon and your
I had-
Ravager, I think, or whatever your ship was. I can't remember.
the Ravager. I had 1 Ravager left. I
The
had
one that kept falling.
yeah, the one that kept falling.
Yeah.
1 Ravager left. Oh no, 2 Ravagers because there was one that was parked in the
Oh
graveyard
yeah,
place.
right. Yeah, I forgot about that. And but it was like it was down to like 6
It was-
wins or something.
No,
wasn't
I think it was down to like 3.
Oh wow.
It was in last bracket, so it didn't shoot very well.
That's probably why I forgot
Um,
about it. Or at least I did.
But I had a Ravager. I think I had both, if not just one of my Archons and 1 Succubi left, and then the Venom. Because wasn't it the Venom that finished up? Oh no, I had a few Witches that finished up the
I don't remember killing that
Witches.
Venom, but maybe I did.
Maybe it was the Venom that cleaned up the rest of the Bloodlighters. Because it's got 12 shots with double splinter cannons. So maybe?
It's likely, yeah.
Are you guys bitching about us?
No.
That was
We'll read it off to you after.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. It's not a haiku, don't worry.
No, yeah. So that was basically our game. I pulled off a table last second, and then we rolled to see if the game would have ended anyways, and it did. And if it did, I believe you would have won because you had like 3 or 4 times the amount of CPs or VPs that I did.
Yeah, I think maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It was a little bit more.
I don't remember, but it was
I do
really
remember having
really
played
close for a
little bit more,
while.
though, but yeah.
What about your guys' game there, Boyle? We talked
Yeah,
about
good
that
game.
for a long time, and we scattered everywhere.
Yeah,
our
we
game?
covered it.
Yeah, you guys had a good game.
Yes.
What was
So, Derek and I left, and I got home at 5 in the morning, and you guys were on turn 2 when we left.
Yeah.
How long were you guys up to?
I think we only played to turn 3.
Yeah, we played through.
So like 6 o'clock?
I'm pretty sure
You
I
were
was
home-
I
you
was
left before
in
5.
bed.
Yeah, I left before
Yeah, he
5.
left before 5.
I'm
Oh,
pretty
did
sure
you?
I was in bed at 4:30.
No, because I got home at
4:45. 4:45 then.
Oh yeah, you live closer too, so I guess
Yeah,
that makes
it
sense.
wasn't much longer after.
It was probably a half hour, 40 minutes. After.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I thought we left at 3.
No, I think we. I'm pretty sure this is what happened.
We can't recollect whatsoever.
We
pretty
left
late.
at like 4, or just before 4. I got you
Sounds
home
about
at 4, and then we sat there and talked for half an hour as we usually do, and then you hopped out, and then it takes about 20 minutes for me to get home.
Ah. Yeah.
So I got
Exactly.
to bed at 5-ish.
Damn. But anyhow, you guys do.
Did you have
I don't
any
even
beats
know.
to go into?
I'm trying to remember what happened.
What did you bring?
That was my list right before this one. the new
Okay.
one, right? So
Because we're both running different lists now a week
yeah,
later.
like slightly different. I think I had the big character bomb still.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
I have 2 Smash Captains? I did.
You did have 2 Smash.
2 Smash Captains,
2
Blood
Smash
Angels and
Captains.
Custodies. 2 Smash Captains, Lamarties, Mephiston.
2 biker captains for
Wow.
custodians.
2 biker captains for the Custodies. Custodies had 3-man squads. I had 2 intercessor squads. In the Blood Angels, I had 4 scout squads. I think I had an 11-man Death Company that had 2 Thunderhammer, 2 Power Sword in it.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was much else, if anything.
I think there was hammers in there too.
Yeah, 2 hammers, 2 Power Sword, the rest Chain Sword,
Yeah.
and bolters on everybody that wasn't Thunderhammer. I think that was it.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
How many scout squads did you say?
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
And
there's
you had
1
the intercessors
melee,
there?
2. Yep.
Okay.
Well, yeah, 1 melee, 2 bolter, 1 close combat.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
And I was running 3 neurothropes, 2 units of 6 zone, or 2 units of 6 zone thropes,
Jesus Christ.
um,
Glad you cut those out.
3
Where's that thing?
units of 25 Termagants, and 2 units of 20 Termagants.
Yeah.
I think that was right.
And Gene Sealers.
And then 3 units of 20 Gene Stealers.
Yes.
And then I think that was it. Oh, and a Malthrope.
Yeah, Mount Throw.
And I think that was it. That was the whole list. And you went first, didn't you?
Yeah,
you
I
did.
did, because I used my scouts to charge your whole front line.
Try to stop me from going anywhere.
To try and stop your guys from moving, but then you made like weird like airlock door openings, and all your Gene Sealers fucking streamed out because their bases are smaller than the 2-inch gap.
So keep in mind
Which is
before,
amazing.
Before I finish explaining what my deployment was and why it was stupid.
Oh yeah, it was full, is what it was.
That it was 2:00 in the morning when we deployed.
Yeah.
So I deployed 25 Termagants right in the front, right in the middle. They were not really spaced. There was probably like a quarter or a half inch between them all. And then there was 2 more units on the sides. I think they were both 25s or 30s or something like that. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. They're
And
bigger.
it was totally full. There was no room. And so Chris is like, oh, I'll just run up with my scout squads, tie them all up in melee so they can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And the Gene Stealers can't get out because they're right behind the Termagants.
Yeah, like,
which
I
made
locked
total
the Termagant
sense.
in, and I didn't kill him, so it was like I thought it was perfect.
It was a good idea. And for probably 10 minutes, I was kind of just quietly panicking in my head. I was like, what do I do? And then I was like, oh, if I pile in Termagants 2 inches and just leave little doors.
Yeah, just
For the
move
Gene
some.
Stealers to just
Yeah,
run
move some,
out
don't
of.
move the others. It was it was amazing. I never would have thought of that as a tactic in my
But you
life.
can do it.
That's fucking
But
funny.
it's totally possible.
So it was super sweet.
Yeah.
So yeah, open little doors to the Termagants, and the Gene Stealers just ran through and just kind of engaged everything. Custodies are nasty. I ran face first into Custodies units with 20-man Gene Stealer squads, and in some cases, even on the Alpha, did not kill them. Like, wow.
It's that 4-up invuln, right? It's 50-50 chance they shrug everything off or die.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty. And they're 3 wounds each, right?
Yep.
With OBSEC.
Yep.
I mean, I outnumbered them, so that wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
But like, there was one, I think it was on the right side. You had intercessors and custodies.
Yeah.
Because I had a Gene Stealer unit on each side, and one was kind of in reserve. And this was before the Swarm Lord, so I only had one that could kind of missile up the board.
Yeah. Which it did.
Which it did. It got really far.
Yeah.
But like the intercessors and custodies cut that squad in half. And that was with Catalyst.
Yeah. I mean, actually, most of that list, besides the troop, is like doing D3 or better damage.
Oh yeah. And then
Combat.
the biker captains were kind of parked in the middle of the board on a building,
Yeah.
just kind of raining
Yeah.
fire down. And
They
just
charge
charging.
in, and then they just back out and shoot, and then charge next
Oh.
turn, or heroically intervene, or I'd swooping dive you and charge anyway.
Yeah.
That's a great 3 command point stratagem for Custodes.
And the Tangle Throw grenades, like we were talking
Tangle
about earlier,
grenades,
shut
yeah.
down an entire turn of melee. So, like, our game, do you remember the points at the end?
It was, I believe, like something like 21 for you, 19 for me.
I think it was 21-19.
It was high scoring. We only went to turn 3.
Yeah,
By turn 3
That's
we gave up.
insane.
We
Yeah.
both got a lot done, and it
Yeah.
was like I
It
think on
was
my last
awesome.
turn I scored 10 points.
Yeah, you
'Cause I
got
was
a
so far
lot on your
behind
last
you.
turn. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I scored 1, 2, or 3 on Headhunter. Last
Oh
turn,
yeah, so many
Slay
in the last
Warlord,
turn. Yeah.
Recon.
Which would be different now, but we'll get into that next time.
Yeah, and then I killed more, and then held more. That's
Yeah,
what
I think
it
you
was.
like almost maxed the top besides bonus,
Yeah.
or maybe
Oh,
even got bonus
Right,
too.
you guys
Actually,
are playing ITC. I thought you.
yeah, we were.
I was like
attack objectives.
that many in a like regular.
Oh, yeah,
life?
in the, like,
Holy
cards.
Fuck.
Yeah, no. So it was super close. It's probably the closest game my Nids have had.
In a long
Yeah, which I was
time.
pretty happy with.
Months. Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because like when my turn 3 started, I was the bottom. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm toast. I can't fucking win.
And yeah,
this.
I think that game made me increase my Death Company count to 15.
Oh really?
Because well, you remember like they went in on Termagants. They like almost
they went on
all,
Gene Stealers.
Oh yeah, Gene Stealers. That's right. They almost all swung, and I think I killed like 3.
You killed like 3, and they.
But
slaughtered
they were
them in return.
catalysted, I believe.
They yeah.
Yeah.
Say
So,
catalyst, and the
I
G
was only
Stealers
gonna kill
killed them in
so many,
return.
but that was brutal. Oh yeah, then they're just gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they ran.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, like the Death Company is like the fluffiest, nicest, friendliest part of the list. I was like,
It really is. isn't it?
Death Company. I was like, the Death Company came in. I'm like, okay, well, at least it's not under shield cap.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, like,
It's just the Death Company.
Oh my gosh, because those custodians. How many custodians did I kill in that entire game? Because how many did you bring? Like 15?
No, it'd be 11.
11? I think I killed 3 models.
You killed the whole squad over there, and
I didn't. I killed.
you killed one of the
guy.
captains in the end because I had my balls to the wall at the very end. I sent both my captains in on your warlord and managed to cap
Which you
them.
killed.
Yeah,
with
just
2 of
barely,
them.
just from all the bolter shots. But then you just wiped one immediately.
Yeah,
So I think I had half left, roughly.
half. Yeah,
Yeah.
and like
So like 350 points worth.
the Blood Angels. I mean, like your Blood Angels is basically like just Death Company and HQs.
It really is.
With
Yeah.
scouts.
Yeah, the intercessors have a bit more meat, but I've already dropped those to get more points in my Death Company for the next list.
Well, there
So
you go.
yeah,
Because we were, the whole map was
Yeah.
like dispersed fights for territories almost,
Yeah.
for like recon
Yeah.
fights. So that was kind of fun to do that. But yeah, that was super close. It was pretty fun. I'm definitely not bringing enough HQ defense for Space Marines. That being said, I definitely play against more Space Marines here than I probably will. Or at least that kind of Space Marines. That kind of Space Marines. that
yeah.
I
Like
probably will.
I don't know how competitive Attack X is. I know you guys have said it's a bit more relaxed.
I have no idea.
So I don't think you'll see Blood
Oh,
Angels
this is-
detachments
sounds like it's
in every
gonna be-
list
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, hopefully
This is
not.
what I watch all the time.
You know, but
Never seen that before.
I think your list does pretty well because like
And yours
I
too.
I can send my missiles in against your list.
Yeah.
But and I had this issue where no matter what I sent them against is either 3-up invuln, which I don't want to do, or just a whole bunch of dudes, which I also don't want to do. I want to hit like
Heat it up.
I want to hit your 3-up invuln guys, but they have 3-up invulns. Like it's 50-50. They live or take nothing.
Yeah.
So I had to send them that way. It was like my Death Company I sent in, and I was like, I should have had my Death Company on board turn 1 and just helping just wipe out like Termagants and stuff.
Just clean up
just
crew.
just clean up little stuff.
Yeah.
They're I don't need to hold on to them.
Well, because you have the hitting power to like eat an Alpha Strike charge
Yeah.
and then kill it,
Yeah.
which is hard to do.
And that's because I was kind of like, I need to just like wipe big things, but I should have just been like sending everything against little packets of stuff one at a time, clear it all out, move on. You know.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, there were a couple times where I was like, I don't know what to do with any of my stuff.
I felt the same way.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
It's a good mismatch for us to both deal with. I guess.
Yeah, it really was, because I was like your antithesis.
Yeah.
So nothing was hard to kill except for the zone throws. And there was just a gazillion of everything versus your few guys made out of literal iron.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So that was pretty good. Yeah. I think, was that it that we really did last week?
Well, we did that 3-way kill team.
Oh yeah. That was
Which
interesting.
we realized halfway through the game.
Just to try it out, right?
Well, yeah, we wanted to try out the multiplayer, but we realized halfway through the game we were playing on half the size that we were supposed to be.
Yeah.
Or sorry, not halfway through the game.
After deployment.
After deployment.
After we painstakingly set up the terrain and figure out who's going where.
Yeah.
Because it's weird triangles for like the deployment.
Yeah, we had
maps.
the weird one that had strange shaped triangles, one on each side, and then we just rolled for which one.
Yeah.
Oopsie poopsie.
But it ended up being.
Turns out space matters.
Yeah, it does. So we played.
Being in the middle is not a good idea.
We played on the just the one foldable like little game board that gets sent in or shipped with the starting box.
Yeah.
You're supposed to play on 2 if you're doing a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
So
instead of
we started in really, really tight close quarters. I think it was Chris ended up being 2.5 inches away from the middle objective,
from the center,
from the very center of the map, just like first turn, easy mode.
Walking or running?
No, literally 2.5 inches.
Yeah.
Oh, like your deployment one?
Yeah. It's supposed to be 5, but because we realized we're supposed to be playing on 2 mats, it was cut in half.
I
Yeah.
was wondering what that was. That was nice.
So instead of you guys being, because you guys were across from each other, instead of being
we were
20,
5.5.
Yeah, so instead of being 22 inches away, we were 11 away.
11 away, yeah. So
which put you
First
both
turn charge.
even less than that away from me.
Yeah. So it was fun. It was a little intense.
Yep.
Derek won because he's a fucking brick shithouse of Marines.
They're pretty cool.
They were really tough.
And the amount of cultists I have, too.
Yeah, the cultists is really hard to keep.
And also
I'll
I
throw
sent-
3 cultists on it.
Yeah.
No, it was like 4 or something on each
Yeah.
objective.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I got an extra Marine.
And then I sent my strong stuff against you, and my weak
Don't
stuff
get me
against
off
Derek,
Yeah.
and all died.
Did anyone manage to
Okay.
dislodge any of your cultists?
Yeah, I killed a couple of them.
Did you manage
Yeah,
to take
2
an
or 3
objective from them?
cultists died, and that was it.
Yeah, and I just shot Marines
and I
all
had
the time, and it
16
didn't go
points.
well.
No, nobody took objectives once Derek had them capped.
So his horde
Yeah.
was really good.
Yeah, it worked
Yeah,
out
for
really
caps.
well.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anyone bring flamers?
No.
I had one,
you
but
had
it
one.
didn't last long.
You had one.
He was the guy who walked 2.5 inches onto the center objective,
Got
and then
shot.
he just got obliterated.
Yeah, I charged
By like
him in
15
melee.
witches.
Fucking annihilated
Charged
him.
him.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
Inside 8?
Huh?
From inside 8?
No, it was outside.
It was outside and it was over a fence.
Yeah.
Oh.
I charged because I could get close enough to being within 1 inch to be in melee, but I had to charge over a fence and then attack through another fence.
Yeah.
Still killed him though because it was Gene Stealer cult, so they're kind of weak.
Yeah, they're all
Okay.
But
But-
Chris deploying in the middle was like an obvious choice for like a
First
just
aggression,
cock meat
yeah, and he
sandwich
took first
for both
turn
of
and
us.
shot both of us.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
So you're just fighting a 2-sided
Yeah.
war.
Just activated aggro in both of us. and
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
But
Fuck it.
I think we
Relax.
all played pretty well.
I
But
really
I think
liked
the
it.
highlight out of that entire match for me was when you charged me with your Gene Stealer and I just fell off the ledge.
Yeah, and then she was like, well, I guess that's that.
You fell off the ledge?
Yeah, because you can choose if you're within 1 inch of a ledge, you can choose to hop down. So
Yeah.
as my 3-inch retreat,
Like when you're being charged?
yeah, because whenever you move,
Yeah.
whenever you
Increase the
move.
distance.
So
Okay.
I was within 1 inch of the ledge. He
Yeah.
charged me. I chose to retreat because I couldn't get a shot on him.
Yeah.
And because I was within 1 inch of the ledge, I could hop down.
Yeah, and because it was, I believe, 5 inches or less, you didn't have to take a
Yeah,
falling
and
test.
it's exactly 5 inches from this.
Yeah,
thing.
so you didn't have to worry about taking damage.
So I didn't
Otherwise,
take
you
any
would have had to
damage,
roll for
and I
damage.
just biffed off the side,
You're like,
and the
nope.
Gene Stealer stood up there and was like, "What the fuck, man?"
Yeah. What the fuck do I do now?
I love that though. Instead of firing Overwatch,
Yeah.
like if you do have cultists or something,
You can
that's
back
just
them.
like,
Well, and I had a
Back
perfect
away.
charge. Like, it was a
Knock
charge
over
through a
anything if you get a
doorway,
shot off.
through an open gate.
Yeah,
that
and
you
had
couldn't
to
see my model.
run around it.
So I was going to run through. I couldn't get overwatched. It was like a perfect charge. I needed like a 7 or something.
and then I just
you're
jumped,
like,
off, jumped off the ledge and was totally fine.
I think I
And
rolled a
then
9 and I could make
next
it.
turn, you shot him in the face.
Yeah. There's a shotgun guy down there. He's like,
Yeah,
Did he solve that problem?
he did. He did. And that was my sniper. I was kind of sad.
Yeah.
A shotgun in the face.
I should have made the guy with the splinter cannon my sniper though, because that splinter cannon was so good.
Yeah, it did work.
Fucking insane. 6 shots, all wounding on 4s in kill team. Prime.
Prime.
Yeah.
I feel like
Optimus
Storm
Prime.
Bolters would be really good too.
What's that?
Storm
Storm
Bolters
Bolters.
would be good.
Yeah, Stormbolters would be really good.
I
I'd
don't
be
think you can
interested to
even
see how
take
GK plays
Stormbolters.
in kill team.
Oh, yeah, GK have them.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you had a GK box, I would have picked it up.
Well, if I had my GK, I would have let you buy
There
some.
you go. Oh.
We all have Terminators.
Yeah, you can't use those.
Yeah, Paladins were my favorite in GK too, so I would have been able to play them.
They're so good.
I'd gladly pay over 100, almost 100 points per model for those fucking guys.
They're rock solid.
3 wounds, just so good.
It
was like
sweet.
It was like you had your regular power armor guys that were good. You had Terminators that sucked, and then you had
There were 3
Paladins
Yeah.
that were amazing.
Yeah, they're. Fuck, it's so weird thinking about you playing Grey Knights.
Back
G
when
Knights.
when I played GK, it was a lot of fun, but they just aren't great.
Not in terms of versatility, I guess, unless you want to do shit soup. Or
Well, like my 2,000 point list were like 23 models,
yeah, dude.
and one of those was a Storm Raven.
And
And
people,
two
it didn't take
Paladins.
people long to figure out what are your key units, so you just like, just
Yeah.
take turns picking them off, and then it's like, oh, fuck,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
it wasn't easy
Well-
to hinder them. Or it wasn't hard, sorry.
I think that sums up everything for games played, pretty much.
I think so.
At least for us.
Yeah.
We won't talk for Good Eric or Kyle.
Well, Good Eric hasn't been here for... Oh, no, he was here last time.
He was here last week.
Yeah.
I mean, we had all the right opinions, and theirs don't matter because they're not here. So. Yeah.
The
I
correct
feel
side
like
of
theirs
history.
would have been the same.
Should we call this like Drop Podcast Plus?
Minus.
You know, like this one we put behind a paywall because it's so good. You know what I mean?
It's just a cut above the rest.
Just
Yeah.
call it premium.
Premium.
The premium
The-
pod.
Yeah.
First turn drop podcast.
Yeah.
Pre-data.
Well, before we
Run away.
sign out for the
Sign
night, I believe I got to throw a little plug for Derek
Ooh.
Oh.
because he's doing commission painting now,
Yeah.
and it's really fucking cheap.
Or so I've been told. Yeah, I've been told.
Yeah, it is.
I kind of feel like I shortchanged myself now. Like,
Well,
everyone's like,
that's-
oh, you should charge double. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Then just
Yes.
start doing that for your new customers.
I literally haven't had anyone be like, oh, that's unreasonable.
No, they know they're getting a steal.
They're getting a really good price.
Everyone's like, yeah, that sounds real reasonable.
Yeah.
So,
And it is. I mean, as long as you enjoy doing it too, you can kind of, you know, put a bit of a
Yeah.
cheapness to
That,
it.
that's what my
Yeah.
girlfriend said too. I'm like, you know what? I'm honestly just thinking about just like giving this guy's models back because I want to work on my own stuff. but I
Yeah.
don't have time. And she's like, well, you're just gonna be painting anyways. It's not like
Yeah.
your models are going anywhere.
Yeah.
She's like,
That's
well,
true.
get something for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's funny because like, and I was gonna say this at the beginning, but I never actually intended to do commission painting. I always thought it'd be a cool idea, but I was just like, man, to actually get like your money's worth,
Pretty
it's
sure.
just like, I don't know who would actually pay me $2,000 to paint an entire army. Because that's like,
I bet you could find a few people.
maybe online.
I don't think they would do it all in one drop, obviously.
Which is fine by me because I
Yeah.
actually prefer to do like
small
a unit at a
bits
time.
and
Well, I mean,
pieces,
I
yeah.
generally
yeah.
paint a unit at a time anyways. But if it's like someone gives me 11 models, like a 10-man
Yeah.
Marine squad in like my librarian, I can look at that and be like, all right, this is an easy chunk to do. And
You'd look at
Put
them
all
and
my
they'd already
focus.
be done.
yeah, it would honestly take me like probably 2 days.
Yeah.
And well,
The
8 hours. 8 hours a day.
I'm pretty sure literally last episode that we were recording, you made your Facebook page
Yep.
and we're just kind of like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna do commission painting.
Yeah,
now."
I kind of decided
Yeah.
at that moment. Yeah,
Yeah,
that I was just gonna like try it out, and then
we've
I've had
we've all been
2 or 3 offers since then.
Yeah, you've had quite a few right away.
Yeah.
We've all been trying to sort of push you in that direction though, since you like ever since I'm pretty sure we saw your Abaddon model.
Really?
Everybody was like, "You should do commission."
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
'Cause that was
it's
years
been a
ago, and
long
Abaddon
time
was like,
in the making for us.
I think Abaddon's model is gross, but your Abaddon was nice.
Yeah, Abby turned out super sweet.
I thought about buying your Black Legion off of you.
Really?
I was pretty close to it. I was like, I want to, but if I buy another model, it will never match. So I did it.
So you just
That's
Hey,
the
Derek,
thing.
Yeah,
paint it.
now it will.
Now it would, yeah. So I
except your
probably
models
should.
have been shipped around everywhere.
Yeah, Ireland, England, Texas, and New York, mostly.
To name a few places.
To name a few.
So what's your Facebook group? Or, sorry, your Facebook page.
Facebook page is Demon Forge Studio, but it's spelt the English way, just because that's how the stratagem's spelt, so I went with that. Facebook.com/Demon Forged Studio.
Does it literally work out to be that way?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Easy
Because
peasy.
usually they have,
squeezy.
like, user-73ZX5,000,000. You're like, okay.
You get a little handle you can...
It's not
Yeah,
like
that's
Triple
cool.
X 360 no scope Smoke Master Plus. Double X.
420 blazing.
I'll be regularly updating the Warhammer 40k Kelowna page. If you're not in the Kelowna or Okanagan area and you're not a part of that page, go with the link I spoke.
I would think for the most part you want to stick to local, don't you?
Yeah, I would prefer to. I mean, I wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility of, like...
People shipping stuff to you to pay
Yeah,
for.
but they'd have to pay me before I do it.
Yeah.
Because obviously...
I mean, unless they just ship you the models and then you keep them. No.
Yeah, no, if someone didn't pay me, that would be the case.
Well, yeah, but I mean...
But I'm sure that's not going
To get it started, yeah, they ship you the models as kind of like, well, here they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold them hostage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'd totally be open to that. It's just easier to communicate, though, with someone if
Local.
if you can actually talk to them. If sometimes people are pickier. I haven't had that issue yet, though, which is what I've been told. But usually people are like, oh, whatever you think looks best. Do the box art. All right, that's easy.
Huh.
But sometimes people are like,
This shade of green.
Neon green
Yeah,
and
like,
orange
I don't
and
know.
purple. Isn't that kind of Halloween-y? No, it'll be fine. Just do it for me.
Yeah.
All right.
Reference photos are always good too. It's
Yeah.
easy to work something out, actually, for the most part, even when doing it online. So, yeah,
Well,
I think I'm gonna keep sticking to it, and it's so far been enjoyable, and I've been getting things done at a rather quick pace. There's almost no waiting list right now, so there's just gotta finish off this Age of Sigmar box, and then I'm all freed up. So first come first serve. I've got nothing else on the back burner at the moment, unless I hear from a couple other people, but I haven't yet. So
I'll put a link in the podcast description as well.
for sure, yeah, and the page I'll be keeping regularly updated with photos of projects. So if you're not sure yet, check some of those out. Even check out the page, and yeah, you maybe a couple.
Drop
of
a
little
like
pictures.
and a follow.
Yeah, I've only got I think 2 followers right now.
Pretty sure I'm one of them.
You are one of them.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I gotta follow that.
Go do it.
Yeah.
You guys get to see all my stuff anyway, so there's almost no.
Well, yeah,
incentive
but
there,
you know, we
Just
don't get to
up that
see. We
follower
don't get to
count.
see the other
Yeah.
stuff that you paint.
It's
for
like
other
how we're
people, right?
all subscribed to our podcast, so it looks like we have 6 listeners.
Are subscribed to our podcast?
No, I
No,
haven't.
we're not.
We'll have to get on
I
that.
Yeah.
haven't even
help.
subscribed
Yeah.
myself.
I'm not going to.
But yeah, so check out Demon Forge Studio on Facebook.
I'm
Like-
at least a quarter of the price is probably what you're expecting,
Yeah.
and I'm very quick to toot my own horn.
Yeah, yes.
You'll
So
get your models within 2 weeks at least.
It's in a toot or two.
a toot. So like I said, I'll put a link in the podcast description, and I think that about sums it up for the night. So, thank you all for tuning in, guys, girls, and anything in between.
Nerdlings.
Lizard people.
Oh.
Nerdlings.
Vaginas.
Yeah. Have a good one.